Discord.
Excellent.
Bitch.
Excellent. Excellent.
So
YouTube.
there it goes. Okay.
All right.
Just took it a minute. Had a long day.
Right.
Made the tweets, and now I have to manually do one. I don't blame Restream for not paying for the
Yeah.
bot price. Speaking of bots, there are now bots that are responding to the channel's Twitter with like NFT scams.
Right on.
And it's like, okay, yeah, no.
Yeah. Not you.
All the notifications have been sent out. So I had a weird pre-show topic for you. I guess they're all weird, right?
Well.
Oh well.
Right. Yeah.
Lords of the Fallen remake put out a trailer yesterday
Okay.
that was like, hey, here's a boss fight, and not even commenting on the quality of that game, because it's clear they put a lot of time into their art. For the bosses, the name is Tancred and Reinhold.
Okay.
And I misread it at first as Tancred and Reinhardt,
Ah.
and went, oh, so no, that's not right. And so the pre-show topic for today is, are there names in gaming that you just can't use? Like, are there like little variations for names that you might try to use to make it sound different that just people won't remember that character and will just think about a different character? And hello, Dark.
I'm sorry that your tooth hurts, but
Sure.
I'm bringing you live. I don't know, man. It depends on what you're doing with it, I guess. Because if you're paying, like, if it's an homage to that character, you know, you may want people to think about that other character.
Right.
On that.
But like, if you're playing a game and you run into somebody named Kratos,
Oedipus. Oedipus
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, don't use that name.
Don't use Oedipus. No.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, Mario is a normal name for people in the real world, so it's a normal name for people in settings that are placed in real life. But if I meet a video game character named Mario, I'm immediately like,
Yeah, he's not the main character.
right.
Goodness. Can't be. You know, I'm sure it's stuff. I mean, it's like, I wouldn't, name a character Link.
Right.
Something like that.
But when I think about, like, oh, go ahead.
Can't use, though. I'm like, I don't know. You making a parody of that? If you're making a parody of that, by all means, do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know.
Now, on the second visit. Okay, well, at least you have the appointments, and they're seem like they're going to get you taken care of. I hope they do. But I think about, like, running into Luke von Faber in Tales of the Abyss, and my first thought is not like Luke Duke or Luke Skywalker. It's just, oh, this is a guy named Luke. But if I'm playing a video game and I meet a guy named Kratos,
yeah,
I don't know. I guess there's just some names that have, like, that's that guy, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure. Yeah. There's some that would be just really dumb to do.
Well, and there's a Gundam character named Tifa with 2 F's. But anytime I hear her name, I think about Tifa, you know? That's fair.
Well, yeah, but are there places where Tifa is a common name?
Probably.
Then I don't know. See, you're running into problems.
I also just think about Tifa a lot, so.
Well,
Final Fantasy VII is a great game.
Here's my main character in the RPG, Cloud.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or his dark brother, Squall.
Right.
How could they name them both that back to back? Like, come on. Cloud and then Squall. And then a couple games later is Lightning.
Yes, yes.
Like, come on now.
Yes. Tifa.
Yeah. I think another great example is even a name like Barrett. I'm just thinking about Tifa because I got to get that costume made for Final Fantasy Day, you know?
Yeah. Barrett, yes. Well, I know, yeah, I think of Final Fantasy 7 Gun Arm.
Yeah.
You
but
know,
that's a pretty normal name, really.
Yeah. I don't know. Gaming has got you do I demand you wear. Gaming has got I mean it grows exponentially over the years, right? Real limited market, and then in our lifetimes it has like just exploded.
Right.
Some of the games on it. So many characters. It seems like there's gotta be some that might.
Red 13.
Red 13. No,
Rugred, if he was going to dress as anybody, he probably won't. But if he was going to dress as anybody, it would probably be Vincent Valentine.
No, they're going to do it. It'll be Cloud.
That's fair.
Be.
Not Zach fair, but it's fair.
Maybe not when you dressing up as Tifa.
The fan fictions write themselves.
Oh.
No, I think it's a weird thing because like there are so many names that are completely like anybody can use them, and then like if you name your character Ryu, like oh okay,
Yes. Yeah, Ken. We have two brothers in this game, Ken and Ryu, and they're not based on anybody.
Right. Definitely not.
Those are those are icons of gaming history. You can't use those names, You can't cover Stairway to Heaven.
Right.
You don't do that. There's things you can't do. You do not remake Raging Bull.
Right.
Well,
it's got to make it tough on devs to make games with a story with characters that they love, and they have to go, okay, well, we need a name. We need a name for this main guy. He can't be like any other name. Clive.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's just a dude's name. It's like, yeah.
Clive shows up in a few other Final Fantasies. Not that Clive.
Right. Yeah.
In Clive.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not as much so.
Right.
But it's like a lesser version, as if they named the main character for the next Final Fantasy Sid.
Yeah.
Right? That name's always been there.
Right.
A different character in each game, but it always is the same job. Sort of. Anyway.
Especially if they called him Sid the Vicious.
No, it's spelled differently.
No, it just, I think it makes it really tough on you because you either go with just a regular name or you go with a collection of letters to try and make a name.
Or I have a random,
I
lose it. But it'd be like, all right, pick a consonant, then a vowel, then a consonant, then a vowel, then a consonant, then a vowel, and we'll end off with a consonant.
Yep.
Go. Lalat.
Look, it happens more in video games than I'd like to admit.
With the EverQuest had a random name generator.
Yeah.
And it was, put in a string of symbols, but the variable for each symbol was consonant, vowel. And then I think they had like maybe put a vowel at the beginning or the end, like a chance of that happening.
Yeah. I want to clarify, I like Clive, but I don't like him because of his name. Like, his name has no relevance to the plot. He's not named Clive because it means something crazy cool. He could have just been called Dave and it would have been the exact same game. Like, I imagine it has to get difficult. I can't imagine trying to write a full story and having to be like, all right, let's come up with some names that aren't just, like, I love Zeke from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. His full name is Ozickelris. And when asked why in an interview, they said, well, we needed to give him a proper name, and we couldn't think of anything that wasn't used already, so we just kind of mashed the keyboard and deleted letters till it made sense.
Yeah.
And it was like, look, it worked out pretty well. Ozickelris is a good, like, noble name, but...
But then, I don't know, man. You got so much. There's so much history and mythology. And like, go read some stories.
Yeah.
You'll find a good name.
But if you name your character Mordred, there better be a reason for it.
Yeah. Your character needs. I bet if somebody names their character, because that has been used for villain or villain types.
Yeah.
You know, Mordred. So it's like calling the. There's more than one game where the main character's name is Arthur.
Yeah.
So
there is a traitor in a video game, and I will not say what for spoiler's sake, but they name him Akechi, and I didn't catch it at first. I recognized the name, after Akechi Mitsuhide, the man who betrayed Oda Nobunaga, but I didn't catch that it's Akechi. It didn't register with me until the betrayal happens, and I went, of course he betrayed us.
In the name.
That was a fun pre-show topic.
My girl. Talking about.
So I know he's talking about Mordred, but for just a second, I thought he was talking about Akechi from that game, and I was like, I mean, I guess.
No. Not what he's referring to.
Hello and welcome. Another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
That's also fair. We got some stuff to talk about tonight. In case you're curious about what that is, it should be self-explanatory, but it's like 100 degrees in the house. So the ice cam will slowly reveal.
Yes. The ice.
I say slowly, but it's not, not going very slow. Do we have a pop quiz today?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a pop quiz for you.
What?
I got a K-pop pop quiz.
Oh, no.
You poser.
Yeah, I'm going to do really poorly on this.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Who's known as the queen of K-pop?
Oh, yeah, Faith. I wish Faith was here for this, for sure. She's got to watch it later. Right. The worst part is I don't think I know any of their names. I just know some of the band names and some of the song names. What is her name from Twice? It's Seong?
No.
Okay.
Lee Hyori.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep. Chad, I hope you're looking forward to me getting skunked today.
What is the name of the Korean boy band known as the Kings of K-pop?
That's, I'm not looking. I can think of the name. I've heard BTS.
No.
No?
No. The Kings of K-pop are Big Bang.
Oh. I don't even know what that group is.
Yeah, well, you should learn. What is the name of the Korean girl group that performed the hit song G-E-E?
G.
No.
G. Willikers. Doing my best, Will.
I'm sorry, Will. Look, I'm a dumb American. I'm doing the best I can.
I don't think Twice did that one.
I didn't know.
So I'm gonna say. I keep wanting to think J-pop. No. I'm gonna say Twice because I don't know.
Girls' Generation.
Okay.
Girls' Generation is the answer. You're not doing very good.
No, I don't know K-pop really at all. I know J-pop, but not K-pop.
Whatever. We'll see.
Emotional
Maybe we'll find out that next week. All right. So, what is the name of the popular K-pop group that includes members J-Hope, Suga, and Jungkook?
That is BTS?
Yes. And I don't know how to say what that stands for. It's Bangtan Sunyodan.
I have no idea. I just know they were popular enough that some of their members got a stay on having to go for their military service.
So I think that's one question that everybody's gonna get. Okay, so what is the name of the K-pop group that debuted with the song "Fire Truck"?
I could honestly have a list of K-pop group names in front of me and still not.
Well, if you're talking to me, I did apologize.
Was it BTS?
BTS can't be the answer to every question, Trey.
It's the only group. I know 2 groups. That's it.
It is NCT 127.
Okay.
Or NCT 127. I'm not sure. All right. Well, which K-pop group features the members T.O.P., Taeyang, G-Dragon, Daesung, and Seungri?
TVQX.
Big Bang.
That's fair.
Big Bang. You got one of these. Some of these names are great. So, which K-pop group debuted with the song "La Vie en Rose" in 2018? And I butchered another language, Will. So there.
TVQX
is one.
Okay.
IZ asterisk 1.
All right.
Which is just fine. Thank you.
You gotta do the La Vie en Rose.
Yeah. Who's the youngest member of the K-pop group Blackpink?
Sayoung.
Lisa. I had to ask this one. The name's Lisa.
That's fair. Yep.
It's Lisa. So you wasn't very that answer doesn't count. We'll do 2 more, right? And I'll give us a 10.
Okay.
What's the name of the K-pop group that includes members Hongjung, Mingi, and Wooyoung?
Twice.
A tease.
Okay.
I have no idea. More than likely, yeah, but I don't know. I'm relying on people that know.
There are gonna be some people really mad at me about this one, but I don't remember ever saying on record that I knew K-pop. So just throwing that out there.
I'm not accusing you of everything.
No, but there will be comments that will.
All right. What's the name of the K-pop group that debuted with the song "Adore You" in 2015?
Twice.
No, I don't even know who they are. I don't have any questions for them. 17.
I was trying to pull a Waverly, and if I just kept guessing twice, eventually it would be right.
What is that? That is 10 questions. You did get 1.
I did get skunked. Oh, baby.
Did get 1. There you go. That was rather painful for everybody involved.
Hopefully people had fun with it, though. Hopefully they thought it was really funny.
Hold on. See if I can, no. I don't have anything with that band.
Twice is so good, though. Sickle Bone.
Look, I have 20 questions here that I pulled up, and I can promise that, and Twice is not an answer to any of them.
Pull up a picture. People don't think I'm making this band up.
I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're not.
South Korean girl group formed by JYP Entertainment. They started in 2015.
Right on.
They're doing events this Saturday, so if you want to go hear them and know that I'm an idiot, you can go there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll stop on that one. That was not your best showing, Trey.
Nope.
Ooh.
All right. Well.
Fine. That's fine. That's fine.
We'll move into Gundam.
G-Gundam, yes.
G-Gundam. Ready? Go!
Oh my gosh.
Finish G.
Yeah, we finished G-Gundam. That is about, what was it, 49 episodes?
Yep, 49.
Yeah, 49. So I want to say it was at least 40 episodes too long.
That's fair.
Onto that. I think it had every trope that was written into 80s and 90s movies. Yeah, Allenby, I don't know. I think they should have set up Allenby a little bit different in G-Gundam. Yeah. I think she should have come along as somebody who, like her and Domo can talk, like they understand each other,
right?
Not as boyfriend and girlfriend,
right?
Just good friends. And I think that would have made what she said at the end a little more, except for the very last part,
right?
Tell her you love her so I can move on too.
Yeah,
that was a little bit cringe.
Yeah, there was no reason to make Alan be a love interest for Domon, other than just to do the third wheel because we're doing every other trope.
I'm pretty sure she's going to travel the world with the dude from Nepal.
Yeah,
and they're going to go have some adventures through that. So many tropes. So, and we called them out.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. It was weird for that section. Was it 1, maybe 2? It might have been more. A couple of episodes there where the animation just what really good.
Yeah, they put some budget in there.
Yeah, and then we kind of went back to what it was, but yeah, it didn't go to the Transformers G.I. Joe animation.
Right,
it went
like Victory.
Yeah.
No, I like G-Gundam a lot. I've said this a couple times, but I'm a moments person. Big moments in a show will make me love it, even if big chunks of the show aren't good. And I love the love confession. I love a couple of the fights. I love the final stuff with Master Asia. There's the stuff with Schwartz is really good. Yeah. The Guyana Highlands is great. It's just there's whole sections of the show that don't need to be there for those moments to hit as hard as they do.
No, there's beats in the show that are good. Like I said, there's a trope of them, especially like martial arts movies. You got Bloodsport, Best of the Best, all in the 80s and 90s there, where it was like people from all over the world bring their fighting skills together, and see who is champion of all.
Yeah, Gundam of Gundams.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Also, it didn't have to be Gundam. We've said that many times, but it at no point does it ever require it to be a Gundam series. And the only time that it pays off being a Gundam series is in the final battle when they get to bring a bunch of old Gundams in for no reason, and it was fun to see them.
Yeah, it was just pan seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the next one we're gonna see, right?
Yeah, Wing Gundam was there too. Why not? Right? Yeah, just throw it in there.
I don't know. I think they did. The character's kind of wasted a little bit. Alan B. I don't. Like the arc of Rain's character felt a little bit forced. I like Rain's character.
Yeah.
Like she is, that she's loyal to a fault.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. She loves Domon. But I don't know. I definitely think it could have been better.
Yeah. Well, as much as I love the love confession, I hate that Rain goes from being, hey, this person that's finally able to fight on her own. She's gotten in the Gundam a couple times and lost horribly. Now she's finally able to fight on her own. She beats Allenby. and then the next thing she does is get captured.
Yeah. They kind of drop off the arc there, but I guess they needed something impactful. But the whole Domo loves Rain thing, that's the third time it plays out.
Yep.
The third time it's been settled. They repeated the story. The Guyana Highlands, they repeated it in the tournament. Same story.
I really like Argo.
Yeah. A lot. And look, the baddest chick on there is Natasha.
Yep. Natasha's great.
Yeah.
I think that there's, as much as I love the show, I think there's a couple things missing. I think, like, you have that big moment where everybody shows up at the end to help fight, but it's not everybody, right? Chico's not there.
Yeah, yes.
Well, the I don't remember Chico being there. The mermaid guy is there, but Chico's the one that his Gundam got destroyed.
Yeah, a bunch of mermaid guys there, but I thought there was one scene where, they brought the Nepal guy up, but they showed like everybody, and the ridiculous amount of Gundams Holland has.
Yeah. All the windmills.
All the windmills. On defense, wow.
Also, America just had the Neo Statue of Liberty as a cannon.
Yeah, that should have been from the get-go.
Yeah. I love Wong as a villain because his whole thing is, hey, I want to be in control and I'm going to lose control because my fighter's dying, so I'm going to find a way to keep control. I like Urube as a villain. I don't like him as much as I like Wong as a villain. But villain-wise, Master Asian, love him.
Not Dark. There's nothing specific about it.
Love Master Asia as a bad guy. He's so good. Chewing the scenery early on and then being a real villain later.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. It was there was like there's movies. Look. I want to point out I love Rain just as much as Natasha.
Yeah.
But I think honestly at the end of it, Ghibli made out the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghibli for sure.
Yeah. Cricket. It's so bad. No, I think it was okay by the end of it. It's just like, okay, you tied things up that I wanted you to tie up.
Yeah.
So I can be satisfied with the story, right?
Yeah.
Nerd.
Do you like it more than Victory?
Parts for sure. On Alan was pretty bad too. She's righteous.
I kind of appreciate that Allenby didn't get like a character ending where they like paired her off with somebody else,
that might be really fair assessment. And Victory is definitely a better Gundam for sure.
Yeah, this is not Gundam.
Yeah, it's not Gundam. This is some kind of weird fan fiction.
I love it, but it's not Gundam.
Kind of weird fan fiction. I don't know.
But you definitely still like it more than Shar's Counterattack.
Yeah, Shar's Counterattack was a betrayal.
Then we're good. We walk away completely good.
Well, I mean, yes, I would rather have G-Gundam than have my eyes gouged out with this.
Yeah. I do. I want to give one last shout out to one of my favorite scenes, which is when Domon is thinking about his family, trying to give him the strength of like what he's fighting for, and like Master Asia's there, and that's all cool and stuff. But Schwartz is there, and Kyoji's there, and they're both his brother, right?
Yeah.
But he has to say both their names because he thinks of them as different people still, even after they're dead. And it's just like, all right, Domon, you didn't have to do them that way, like.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you crushed him into one person.
Yeah. But there's a fun little touch there where they're both in the exact same pose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, of course, it's the same person. Like,
No, we talked about the end of it where I mentioned that it was more than the animation. I think the animation went back. I think a lot of the storyboarding might have still been held over to whoever they went to.
Yeah,
because it changed how it told the story.
Right.
The way it was doing it.
Also, just quick shout out to Domon getting Fun Psyche at the end. I love it when the student inherits the teacher's will, and just it gets me every time. I love tropes.
Oh gosh.
So, anything else before we move on? Oh, go ahead.
I said I do too, but when you're going to use a cliche, you got to do it right. Like I said, if it was like looking at itself, like The Princess Bride looked at itself, I think it'd be a much better show.
I agree.
I won't do that, but it is what it is. We're done with it.
Gets better by the end. When he admits that he's an idiot, he gets better.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to move on into weeks then?
Fine.
How's your week been, sir?
Yeah, been all right. It's been all right. I haven't done too much. Did manage to work Monday. Went to the cookie place, worked. Plenty of cookies. We played good round of Lotro on Monday night. A lot of fun.
Yeah, the Rangers.
I'm still messing around with mods on Fallout 4, just like getting like a cool order, and I've been playing a lot of it, just running out, seeing what's broken, and all that. And I kind of want to maybe start. I want to try to do a mod.
Okay.
I don't know how to succeed, but I'm sorry. They put an AC. It's on Hulu. I'm very excited. That's my favorite. Futurama is my favorite animation.
That's fair. Yeah.
We'll watch it. Yes, it beats all the other ones by far.
That's fair.
I might try to mod a little bit, but I don't know if I'll pull that off.
Okay.
I'll have to see. I think I have to get. I know I can get the Creation Club stuff to edit it for free.
Right.
But I think I have to have the computer version of the game as well.
Yeah.
I don't have that, so. Tried what on?
Talk about the mods?
Maybe, trying different mods for Fallout 4. Seeing how it's going. Yeah, I gotta have the PC version. It does it in there, and then I gotta port it.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. I won't see if I can do it. I don't know. It'll be a while before I get to it. I just want to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
A couple of things I want to try.
Don't blame you.
I'm trying to think of anything else happened this week. I had a rather interesting session Sunday night.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Dealing with children.
Okay.
That's what my life revolves around. Yeah. So how's your week been, sir?
It's been pretty good. Also, just real quick, shout out to Dark getting to the ads faster than Nightbot did when it's literally your job, Nightbot. So, just throwing that out there. We're going to have a meeting later, Nightbot. Pay a little bit. I'm sure this won't surprise you at all, but I've been playing Trails into Reverie.
Right, yeah.
There are 5 acts in the game. I am 3 acts in.
Okay.
Firmly into Act 3 and loving it. It is very different from the last few games. So basically, when they started the series... Oh, nice, Dark. When they started the series, they had Trails in the Sky and Trails in the Sky second chapter. And then Trails in the Sky third. And the third game was a dungeon crawler where you picked up the story as you went through the dungeon. You could find memories, and that would show you what was going on in the outside world. And this is like a mix between that and the other games. So the story, you jump between 3 different protagonists, and at certain parts it takes you back to the Reverie corridor where you can do the dungeon crawling for a little while and min-max your characters if you want to, and play a bunch of mini games, things like that. And welcome back, Will. And I'm really, really enjoying that. The story so far is really good, which is probably not a surprise when you're 10 chapters in. to a series, if you liked the story up to 9 chapters, you're probably gonna like it in the 10th. Hopefully. Yeah, if they don't throw it all away like some things have. But it's really fun so far. There are some really interesting combinations of characters that are getting put together that are leading to some good dialogue. This wrapping up stuff that started all the way back with the first game. And so, really enjoying it so far. And the combat's still great. I've built my Kurt to be a dodge tank because that's what the game intends for you to use him as. He's really good at it. When he evades, he gets an automatic attack. And you can make it where his evasion is over 100%. So he's always evading. And you can make it where he can also evade magic attacks, so he's always evading. And the only thing he'll still get hit by is crafts, but it means that every time he evades, he attacks. So everybody else gets like 1 attack a turn, and Kurt's over here attacking like 20 times a turn. Really fun to break the game with Kurt. I really like it. And yeah.
Fair enough.
It's a good game. I've also been playing Guild Wars 2 because there's the 4 wins event going on right now. Trying to get that done. Still trying to work on those legendaries there. My legendary weapon in Lotro has been making me want a legendary weapon in Guild Wars. And so, trying to work on that. It's costing a lot of gold because I'm skipping a lot of the grind because I don't want to do it. But I'm about to have to just put it on the back burner and work on story because the new expansion's coming out. And maybe I'll get some of the stuff I need on the way.
Yeah.
But
next coming out, you're not gonna have legendary.
I know everybody else is gonna be. I saw a guy today that had a legendary axe, and I was like, "Oh, this looks so good." Nice, Dark.
No.
That's going apace, and then other than that, it's been a lot of like work and babysitting, things like that. So. Haven't had a lot of other time, but I played while babysitting. I played Monster Sanctuary a little bit more. And that game is still really good. Metroidvania with monster collecting. And really enjoying that. Monsters get busted once you get close to level 20, where you can start having some crazy combinations. I have a monster now that can do chill and burn. And if it has one on you, it automatically gives you the other and does 150% of your attack to it.
Okay.
Like, that's pretty solid. That's pretty good. Oh, nice. That was interesting. And I should have thought to bring one in here with me, but I didn't. But I finished off painting my Blood Angels that I was working on the other day.
Yes.
I still have a lot more that need to be finished. But I finished painting those, and I freeze you with fire. Exactly. And played my first game at 10th edition. I won't bore you with all the details here. I've got a video planned where I'm going to go over the whole thing while I paint one of the models that was my MVP during that game, who hasn't been painted yet. It only feels right, But all I will say is at one point, my Dreadnought climbed a ladder with his claws to fight a whole squad of Orc commandos in melee and slaughtered all but the Orc commando leader, who fought back with his power claw, and they had a knockdown drag out fight on the top of that structure, and he only barely survived to kill that Orc. So nice Anomalous. Tyranids are fun. I can't wait to play Tyranids in 10th edition. And I do still need to do that, Dark. You're right. I haven't been home much in the last few days. But maybe we can try and get that going this week. But it's 10th edition's fun. I have some problems with it when it comes to melee, but which my army just melee mostly. But once you get into melee, you can do a lot of damage. It's just a really hard time getting there. So I need to just get some more models that can get me there, because it turns out the tank that I have isn't allowed to carry most of my models now. So,
well,
that's fun. He can carry the people that can literally deploy anywhere on the board, basically, on their own. So he's basically worthless, the tank that I have. It wasn't in 9th edition. Just saying.
Sure.
But let's do. I will let you know. We will see how things go this week. Let you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty much been my week.
Excellent.
There's something I'm forgetting, but it's probably not important enough I forgot it. So let's get into reviews. I do have to move the ice cam during reviews.
Oh.
For the sake of the ice cream. Also means that it's time to clear the board. 83. Just don't even know. You see the title. Rugger doesn't know yet. It is The Expanse by Telltale. Specifically, they call it The Expanse, a Telltale series.
Lee.
How's it going? And tell me which Hive Fleet you go with once you.
The 80.
Okay.
80.
For anybody who's like, I thought Telltale was dead. Well, they were. This is a different company using that name, basically.
Bought the rights to use that name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, we have our first run of guesses in. The critic average score is 76.
We all shot too high. Fine.
I got a couple blurbs for you here. And there's been some talk in the comment sections that I'm just going with the top and bottom blurb and that there are better, more descriptive blurbs. So I'm going to try and give you longer blurbs, give you more information to try and help, because people think I'm cheating you by not giving you enough information.
Probably.
So, Video Gamer says, Telltale's entry to the Expanse feels like an obvious move. A world rife with conflict, character, and violence is reimagined through the snarky and laser-focused lens of Kamina Drummer, and it's brimming with life and excitement. This carefully spun narrative buries the arbitrary action gameplay, and it's totally worth the few hours you'll need spare to sink this game.
Okay.
The Gamer, however, says overall fans of The Expanse will enjoy the story. Curious about what happens in the next couple of episodes, because again, only episode 1 is out right now. And that's exactly the sort of narrative pull that I was looking for. But you might also get frustrated with the game at times. It's not a flawless experience by any means, and I really wanted more from it.
Okay. I'm going to say 78.
What do you think, chat?
Dark's already got a 79 up there. I'm thinking 78. I think we're all probably maybe our score down a little bit.
We didn't get a hydrate, but I'm going to remember to hydrate. Water is... Water all over my shirt. Score is 85%.
Okay.
So, you know.
We can go with that. Okay.
That's not good, Will. Hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah.
Please be safe. Next up, we have... Yeah, for sure. Make sure you touch the doors before you touch the handles. 100%. Next up, we have... Could be, but might not be. Yeah, it's... Recommended scores are so weird.
This game sucks. Totally recommended.
Disney Illusion Island.
70.
Based off the new cartoon they have made. Said 70, Dark said 73.
Yeah.
48 reviewers.
That Mickey Mouse finally comes off copyright. They got it extended in 1988. This year.
In all those Mickey Mouse horror movies.
Right.
The score is 75.
Okay.
Of them all the time. I got you. Give you a couple blurbs here. So, but why though? Says Disney Illusion Island is quite possibly one of the best Disney games about Mickey and friends made to date. The world of Monoth is such a joy to explore and is made fantastically to feel like a modern Metroidvania platform. I guarantee you she would. I desperately need her to comment on the podcast to tell me her score. Explosion Network says families can get more out of this as an entry-level Metroidvania. Still, even as much as the game succeeds in charming me at times with the core characters, hard to recommend this to anyone over the many other Nintendo Switch exclusive 2D platform.
Okay.
That hopefully gives you a little bit more information, comment section. I'm watching you.
No, not really. You buzzwords like Metroidvania. It's like, okay, yeah, I know. I'll stick with 70.
Okay.
Say drop.
Again, 48 reviewers on this one. I hope so.
23 if you will.
The score is 57%.
I was being nice.
They weren't. There's so many 9s and 8s on here, and then they don't recommend it. Just like this whole system's so broken. Oof, indeed.
It's a great game, but it's Disney.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So,
yeah, I don't know. And yeah, the scoring, yes,
makes no sense.
I think this has got one game of theirs that really got big, and they have to have another studio make it, and not real, just use Disney characters,
right? So
you got parts, all the parts, then way down you go way down, then you got that weird paintbrush Wii Mickey Mouse thing.
Epic Mickey.
Yes. And there's a big jump between the worst Kingdom Hearts and Epic Mickey.
I agree. I agree 100%. I gave Kingdom Hearts 3 a scathing review, and I would play that every day over Epic Mickey.
There you have it.
Next up is Venba. Now, in case you haven't heard of this game, it's a narrative cooking video game published by Visai Games. And it is about a woman that lives in Canada with her family, Indian mom who immigrates to Canada with her family, and you cook various dishes to help bring the family together and get through what they're going through.
Okay. This could be such an interesting educational game, or it could be total trash.
Right. 30 reviews, by the way.
Oh, say I'm thinking somewhere in between there, Dart and Will. I was thinking like 80. I'm gonna say 82.
Okay. We know Waverly also has an 86, so. Score is 81%.
I pulled the dark.
No, did well.
1 point over.
All right. I have 2 blurbs for you here. One from Shaq News, who says, Venba beautifully depicts the struggle of the first-generation immigrant experience, finding to give your family better opportunities while holding true to your roots. It's a golden example of how games can give players an authentic peek into underrepresented cultures when the right people are in charge. With the game being beatable in a sleek 2 hours, it's impossible not to give Venba an incredibly high recommendation. Which means that's a possibly, depending on how we get the code, that's a possibly Rundgren assignment Frivolous Friday game right there. We'll see.
That somebody needs to point to whoever wrote that somebody needs to point him to Bollywood.
Right.
The They're going to be
underrepresented. Yeah. Yeah.
They got a bigger movie industry than we do.
That's right. Nintendo World Report, however, says there's more to this narrative and this family that deserves to be included in the experience. And while the cooking segments definitely sing, I'm ultimately left feeling like I've been served an appetizer rather than its main course. It's beautiful in its colorful but minimalistic presentation and has a fitting musical score. I'm just longing to spend more time in Vimba's charming kitchen and to be invited to share in more of the moments in her life. We shall.
All right. 86. I'm going to join the 86 club. All right, moving on up to 90. So I had a feeling this game could be great, could be deep, and like you could walk away like understanding people better.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm afraid it's just going to be a little bit shallow.
Yeah.
It's hard to play. I haven't played it.
Yeah. For me, that game is Florence, and it's all the way up here, and nothing's ever reached close to it again. Right. And that's a game you can play in less than an hour. The score is 81%. So, solid.
Yes. Solid. I just thought it was going to go up a little bit.
Yeah. I saved this last one for you.
Fine.
I thought you would really enjoy that we're covering this one. It's Double Dragon Gaiden. Rise of the Dragons.
You're the best around. Okay. Double Dragon. Really?
Yep.
Going back to that well, are we?
Yep.
Now, just for namesake, I'm gonna go 85. I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna say 85.
Okay.
I know it's not gonna be that good. I want it to be that good.
58 reviews, by the way. Dark, I read TLOD and my brain went, The Last of Dogs. That's not right. That's not what that stands for. The score is... I'm so sorry, Dark. It's 73. Happens every time. All right. Cockachopere says, Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, roguelike structure might take a while to get used to. And the game, there's the oof, and the game can get absurdly tough in Mission 3 and onward. And it'll take you a while to get used to each character's recovery animations, as it's purposefully made like this to make you think twice before you button mash. Still, you won't find a worthy remake and beat-em-up revitalization project like this side story filled with so many deep cuts that will make beat-em-up fans of the Technos era smile. However, it is a roguelike. Like, it's a beat-em-up, but it's still a roguelike, and I don't like that.
I wonder, because they talk about, you're gonna struggle after level 3 and all that. There's games go like, all right, no, it's cool for the game to be hard.
Yeah.
Like the last time I saw it was like the Dark Souls thing,
yeah,
right?
You would die.
We all need to make our games harder.
Right.
Now, Dark Souls did. I mean, they're not the first. It's happened before. You go, and it'll go to where, no. Easy mode is fine. It's just a story mode. You want to know what happened, and that becomes kind of a popular thing. Some games kind of go towards that. Which is a little bit off subject, but just them talking about the game getting hard. Maybe think about that.
Right. Also, just real quick, Dark, I know that's The Legend of Dragoon. It's a great choice, by the way. I will never be able to see that abbreviation the same way again. Expansive, and it was my fault. Expansive says Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons is a smart reinvention of the side-scrolling beat-em-up with its roguelike spin, selectable missions, and explorable environments. There's some really clever ideas bubbling around in this game. In fact, it probably holds the key to the future of the genre in its DNA, but sadly, secret-based don't lean into it quite enough and gives us the content to sustain the concept. Something about telling me it's a beat-em-up with explorable environments just, I don't know. I would like that idea in my head. Maybe playing it feels great. But in my head, I'm like, if it's a beat-em-up, we go from side to side. That's how this works.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go with 76.
All right.
That another 64 and 86. 79.
One of these days, you're all going to learn to just guess above or below by one, whatever Dark's guess is, because the score's 63%.
Twice in one. I did it once, and now you had to come along and show me up, Dark. Is that it? You couldn't just win the ice cream. Now you had to show me how you do it.
One off every time. The good thing about that is that means Dark has just about figured out the algorithm. She's figured out how it works. Oh, now whether she's consciously figured out how it works or it's an accident, I don't know. But all right, Dark. I tell you what, I'll give you like this much of an ice cream.
100% an accident, right?
Let's move into announcements.
Okay.
I'm gonna move Ice Cam back. Barely Ice Cam now. So our first announcement, I'm really excited for our announcements tonight. I think we got a lot of good stuff. You know what? It's a deal. If you get one off 3 times in one stream, we put your name on the Ice Cream Wall of Fame. That's a deal.
Yeah, I bet you just get a cone. No ice cream. You just get a cone.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe you get lucky though, and it'll be the cone with just a little bit of ice cream or a little bit of chocolate on the bottom.
Right. Yeah.
You know. So our first announcement is Castlevania Nocturne coming September 28th. This is the sequel series to Netflix's Castlevania, and it's going to be about Richter Belmont.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Who is my favorite Belmont. So I'm stoked for that.
I enjoyed the series, the Netflix series. I thought it was I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I like Richter too, so you know, as long as we get die, monster, you don't belong in this world, then I'm stoked. I'm satisfied. We're good.
Yeah.
That's fair, Dark. But
yeah, she was awesome.
Hopefully this means we'll get Maria Renard too. And hopefully they'll do the same thing for her that they did for Sypha, which is take a character that's vital to the game, but not all that invested story-wise, and actually make them a part of the story. Because she should be.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The game literally can't happen without Maria Renard. She's so important. I love her.
She's very concerned about this trade.
Maria Renard was my video game crush as a kid. Love her. Want to see her done well. Speaking about done well, Oracle of Ages and Seasons are on Nintendo Switch now. Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Seasons. That's fair. These are the GBA, or Game Boy Color, I guess, Zelda games that most people have never played and have been completely forgotten about by most people, but are really good games still. Like, they're worth playing, and I wish they weren't just with the Nintendo Switch Online Pass. I wish they were also just in the game packs, right? Yeah. But I love these games, and I don't need an excuse to play them again. I just do need an excuse to get them cheap, because I'm not going to play them. I'm not going to pay $15 a year just to play these 2 games.
Okay.
Thankfully, I have this little. No, they're very, very good games, and wish that more people got the chance to play them, and so now more people will. Then we have Fate Samurai Remnant has got a release date finally, which is September 29th. This is the Fate game. Will, I'm sure, will be all over it. Playing with the... I'm not seeing another ad for 30 minutes, Nightbot. What are you talking about? Playing as a different member of the clan that is always like the set of main characters with another saber to try and fight back against an oppressive regime.
Do you know what? I imagine they're going not with the Edo period, the Sengoku Jidai.
I think it is going to be Edo. Let me look it up.
Okay.
But I think it is, because that was my first thought, too, of, where you're going to have a hard time with it there. But let me see. It has to be all fancy. Load-in thing. It is going to be Edo period, yeah.
Okay.
That surprised me as well when I first heard it. Also, this saber looks very different from the saber you expect. But see what that means. Now, saber, of course, is a role. It's a class in the series. Saber's also a character in the series, so that can get very confusing very quickly. But I did hear that.
Is Saber a saber?
No. Saber normally is King Arthur.
Oh, okay.
This time, it's just a different saber. We'll see.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes Lancer is Kukulin, so.
Fair enough.
But that's really all we know about it right now, just that the release date's coming. The gameplay looks cool, so, we'll see. Dead by Daylight has announced their next killer. Okay. And it's the Xenomorph from Alien.
Man.
Could be cool.
H.R. Geiger, the most well-known unknown artist. He's the one that came up with it.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody knows it. They don't know H.R. Geiger, but they know the alien.
That's true. I wish I liked playing Dead by Daylight. Because they do some really cool stuff. They bring in these killers from different media, and they put justice to them, right? Like, they really make Jason work.
Yeah, I was going to say, they did Friday the 13th, Jason, yeah.
So, this could be cool. We might check it out for a Friday stream, but it's not something that, because I own the game, because I really want to like it. I just, every time I walk away from it going okay, well, that was a thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's not for you, sir.
Maybe not. But maybe I'll like the Alien more. Who knows?
I don't know.
I know the Demogorgon was pulled from it because they lost the rights right before I started watching Stranger Things. So, I mean, I would have gotten all those references then.
Right.
But I'm sure they will, Dark. I'm sure they will. Then we have the Game Pass games for the month. I need to be closing these tabs as we cover them. The Game Pass games for this month are interesting.
Okay.
So, of course, we have Celeste, which came today because the month rolled over. That's Cloud Console PC. It's a really good platformer with full accessibility settings for how hard you want it to be. A Short Hike is coming on the 3rd. Cloud Console and PC. This is a really fun exploration game. That's all it is. It's you explore this island, you find these golden feathers as you try to cover this story of a girl that doesn't want to go home. And it's really solid. I really like it. Firmly recommend if you have Game Pass, you try it out. It's 4 hours long. So, Broforce Forever. I mean, Cloud Console and PC on August 8th. This is the expanded version of regular Broforce. And for anybody who's never heard of Broforce is a game where you play as the Bros, which are Berade or BJ Broakis or Rambro
if they don't play lacrosse, I don't know.
I don't think that ever happens, but
then it's ruined.
But the new additions in this one, 6 new ultra patriotic bros. They don't say what all of them are, but one of them is Bronan.
Okay.
So it's they're leaning hard in on that hey action movie. Jean-Claude Van Bro is one of them. Like
There'll be a broski or two.
Right, Bronan the Brobarian. It's a really fun game to play with somebody else, but playing it by yourself, it's like, hey, you unlock somebody new, that's cool. But when you're playing with somebody else, it's like, oh yeah, I'm playing as BJ Broakis with my flamethrower, and they're over there as Command Bro, and we just got to fire a missile at Satan.
Yeah,
and then go ahead.
Well, it depends on how it is. Like the game may be terrible. You're talking about the much better in co-op than the single player.
Yeah,
going through. But if they push their tongue into their cheek far enough,
they do. Because the original game came out in like 2009, I think. It is fully tongue in cheek. It is 100% there. One character who is what is John McClane? So it's Bro McClane has a turkey as a grenade with a stick of dynamite in it. So it's fully leaning into it for better and for worse, right? But one of them, I think, of the new ones, they give like a tease and it's a guitar. So I think it's supposed to be the guy. I don't remember the name of the character, but it's the one, and now I'm forgetting the name of the movie now that we're talking about it, but it's the one where he's got the gun in his guitar and he opens the guitar case.
Desperado.
Yeah. So I'm sure he'll be Desperado Bro.
Once upon a time in Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh God, what's the first? El Mariachi.
Yeah. So it's something that might be fun to do on like a Friday, but we'll see.
Fair enough.
Because I own the original game on PlayStation. I bought it many years ago to play with my dad, who also loves action movies, and it's fine. If you have somebody else that loves action movies and you get that new character and you're like, who's it gonna be? And then it's McBrover, and it's like, all right, that's pretty good. Then Limbo, cloud console and PC, coming August 9th. This game's super old but super good. Like,
yeah.
If you've never played it before, it's definitely the time to pick it up when it's on Game Pass. Airborne Kingdom, which is very nice, Dark, which is a stunning airborne city building and management game, according to them. Then
Lando Calrissian.
Everspace 2, Cloud and Xbox Series X and S, coming August 15th. I didn't like Everspace that much at all myself, but this might be a chance to play maybe it's better, maybe it's not, I don't know. The single-player space shooter with loot.
I do believe I've got an ad for that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, go ahead.
Everyone, Dark saying you want a good game to come to Game Pass, and they hit it right on the head sometimes, and then other months kind of disappointing.
So I was like, yeah, this is a really weird month. Where like Celeste is great, Limbo's great, and everything else is like, well, this might not be your style. I love a short hike. There's a lot of people that just will not play that for 4 hours, Right. But some things are leaving too, and the things that are leaving, I think, kind of like outweigh the things that are coming in a weird way. Yeah, and that's also very true, Dark. Death Stranding is going away. It's like, look, I get a lot of people don't like that game. That's a big game to leave Game Pass.
The hidden theme of that is?
What's that?
According to there's a hidden theme in there. There's beats in that are there designed for a purpose, and it's not storytelling. It is, and Death Stranding, according to what's his name's words, Hideo. That is an homage to some of the what he considers the greatest scenes in video game history.
Right.
I wish I had the examples here.
I don't think that's as hidden as he makes it out to be.
But he pulled out. They mentioned a couple that were like seen.
Yeah.
And he pointed out quite a few that nobody got.
The reason I say that is because at one point they name drop Mario and Princess Peach. Mm-hmm. Like it's not quite as hidden with a lot of them as he wants them to be. But
there's like scenes where he was saying the way the characters stand, speak to each other in this scene is based on this. And it was like, it's just all the little stuff. Maybe it's not as hidden. I don't know. You would know better than I.
There's a lot of really good references in there, but I just think they're a little more on the nose than he's making them out to be. Like, you mentioned the way that a character stands. There's a character that at one point is talking to a computer, and they're standing exactly the way they do in System Shock, to the point of, like, their arms are slightly out. And it's like, yeah, people don't stand like that. So immediately I was like, that's a System Shock reference, you know? But... Or there's a moment where somebody picks up a crowbar and goes, "This'll do." And it's like, well, that's a Half-Life reference because that's what he says, you know. But if you don't know those games, you're gonna find out later and be like, "Oh, that's cool." But if it's not, it's a lot less subtle than I think he wants. But Kojima's never been subtle, right? Yeah. Like,
maybe just people aren't talking about as much as he wants.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Edge of Eternity is also going away, which is like a really interesting RPG. I don't think it was necessarily my jam, but it was cool. It had some cool ideas in it. Midnight Fight Express is going away. That's, again, another game that I didn't really like, but a lot of people do, you know? And then Total War Warhammer 3 is going away. So, like, you know, hey, if you wanted to play that with 7-minute long load times...
Yeah, it's a weird game to have on a console.
Yeah. So, we shall see how things go from there. But they announced there's going to be TMNT Minecraft stuff coming to Game Pass. So, I mean, you know, it doesn't, no.
I don't know what to think about the new trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, okay, real quick. The art style they're using, that kind of where almost had like a, not exactly stop motion. That works so well in Spider-Verse.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about it here.
Yeah, I agree. I also don't love a lot of the redesigns for the turtles, but, you know.
Yeah, the other characters are fine. They finally made April like the original April. But, of course, it's a violent comic book that is dumbed down. So it's going to be. Yeah, it's obvious.
Just talking about Kojima being subtle, one of my favorite moments and I have a poster of it up on my wall back there. You can just barely see the flowers. The final scene of Metal Gear Solid 3, where they're in that field of flowers, and then the boss, like, pulls down her zipper and shows where she wasn't able to carry a child. I'm trying to be really vague for spoilers, and says, "I wasn't able to carry a child." And I'm just like, I can see that. Like, what do you mean? And then she explains to you what that means for like a minute. And it's like, yeah. But you know what? Kids might not have known that's what it meant. So.
Fair enough.
They aren't making, yeah, that's fair. They aren't making them.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Thank you for that. No, Teen Titan Go. Yeah.
I do really like that scene. I think that's a little egregious. So then we have the Humble Choice games for the month.
Okay.
We cover these every new month when they roll around.
Yeah.
And this is a really interesting month for Humble Choice, too. So we have Disco Elysium, the final cut, which is a game I really wish that I had gotten more time to play. I need to go back at some point and try it again. Really weird, cool game. Chivalry 2, which is the multiplayer first-person slasher.
Yeah.
Road 96, which is the like choices and the family going down the road and all the branching paths and all that. Trek to Yomi, which is the black and white. What's the right phrase here? Samurai movie looking action game. I still need to play it, Dark. Yeah, Quiet. Everything with Quiet is not. You will regret your words and deeds. But why is she like that though? I love Metal Gear. It's one of my favorite, the top 5 franchises for me. And but why, Kojima? That doesn't make any sense. Arcade Paradise, which is a 90s fueled retro arcade adventure, where you try to have your own arcade, it seems like, but also you can play the games, and they're all adjacent to the actual games that you would have played.
Okay.
Like they're like that, but different, legally distinct, I guess is the right term. Then there's Such Art, Genius Artist Simulator, which is where you can make art with VR.
Okay.
That's cool. Tin Can, which is a indie strategy simulation game about being stuck in a small rocket that is having some troubles. Then there's Hot Brass, which is a strategy game where you play as a SWAT team that has gotten in over their head.
Okay.
The reason why it doesn't make sense is because you can then put her in clothes. They make such a big deal about she has to breathe through her skin. Commit to that idea and I'm with you. Sure, I think it's dumb, but I'm with you. I like a lot of dumb stuff. But then you just immediately get the option to put her in clothes. It's like, but... what? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, this is a weird set of games, but I think there's some good stuff in here, right? It's... if you're somebody that goes, hey, I want to only subscribe to Humble Choice when it has stuff that is just for me, this is probably not the month for you, right? Because the genres are all over the place. But if you're willing to try some games and you just want a good deal, I mean, that's a pretty good month. You're getting Disco Elysium and Trek to Yomi in here for sure.
Right.
And then Road 96 could be really good. I haven't talked to anybody that's actually played it, but it's just screaming to be like a Rundgren assignment kind of game. And then Arcade Paradise, that could be great or it could be terrible.
I remember 90s arcades.
Right.
I bet they don't have smoke.
Right.
So
it's probably very clean in there. And then finally for our announcements, we have maybe the strangest one. Try to contain your excitement here. Rayman is coming to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope as DLC.
Okay.
However, sounds good.
Right.
He's only in the DLC, and Mario's not in the DLC.
Okay.
So Rayman is taking Mario's place for this DLC, and Rayman and Mario will not meet.
Okay. Rayman's a weird character.
Yep. And he's now been relegated to, like, being a crossover character in a franchise that used to be his, because the Rabbids were characters in his games.
Yeah. What was it? There was I think it was a 360 that 2 of the games that they pushed free was a like an upgraded Rayman.
Rayman Legends.
Rayman Legends and Worms 3D.
Yep.
I think 360. And it was like 2 big games. Like, look what our system can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird character.
Yep. And the trailer, like, tries to make him seem super cool. It's like, man, all I wanted from this was Rayman meeting Mario. I wanted Rayman in Smash. I really honestly did years ago, because Rayman and Mario were always pitted against each other with Ubisoft versus Nintendo. It was very clear who won that fight, right? Mario was always more popular, but they kept trying to pit Rayman against him. And so now it's like the biggest slap in the face for Nintendo to be like, yeah, you can add Rayman to the game, but you can't have him meet Mario.
Right. We remember.
It's true. The ice is almost gone. We'll see if it lasts. But that's our last announcement.
All right.
So we'll move into the news. Twitter is now X.
Still trash.
Yep. So not only did he suddenly rename Twitter to X without a lot of discussions with most of the board, but it's caused the company to falter even more than it already was. It was already on thin ice. Now it's banned in some countries, including Portugal and Brazil, because the word X is considered to be related to adult videos. Mm-hmm. And so the site just doesn't work there. But then he also decided to build a giant strobing X light on top of the Twitter building, the X building, that strobes incredibly bright light all times of the day.
Yep.
It has caused multiple car accidents. People in the apartment complex across from the building can't sleep. So there are multiple lawsuits.
Look, if it was my generation only that was using this network, changing the name to X might have meant something.
Yeah,
it really seems like a bad idea now.
I'm gonna send you a picture, and then I'm gonna pull it up on stream. But this is one of my favorite memes that has come from this, because that middle picture is what it actually looks like from the ground with that X.
Boy.
Yeah, that was the next part of it that we haven't even gotten to yet. No, I'm not going to show any videos of it because I don't want to affect anybody that has any kind of light sensitivity or cause any problems there. But I will show you this part of it right here, which is what it looks like from the ground. That's just why. Why would you do that to people? Yeah, it's so much brighter than I could ever explain with words.
Yeah.
So, ice camp is about a water camp. Almost. There's a little bit more ice in there than you think, but almost. I mean, if we keep this light on from the X any longer, it'll melt the ice on its own. But yeah, I don't know how anybody hasn't tried to take it down yet themselves, because like this is the thing where Batman would have already moved in, right? Like,
yeah.
But there's a lot of complaints, and apparently, I don't know this for sure. This is just hearsay because I haven't seen anything official about it. But apparently, permission was not given by the city to put it up there. Because yeah, the city has fined him. So you can't just build stuff, man. You got to get a permit. You're in the city.
Man, for a smart guy, he can be really dumb sometimes.
Yep. What's really funny about it to me is, like, I'm not just trying to hate on him, right? But this is a really dumb decision. The fact that I know a couple people that are, like, diehard Elon Musk fans, and then this happened, and we're like, huh, that was a dumb choice. It's like, yeah, we all can agree on that one, at least.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll see how long the light is allowed to remain up there. But it was one of those things that, like, we can't not talk about that, you know? That's what? Yeah, I'm sure that that's in the Expector's notes. I don't doubt that at all. I mean, yeah, the light is gone, but the light of hope still burns within him to keep the X going, even though it's technically owned by another company and it's banned in a bunch of places and all that stuff. That light's gone, but the light burning in his chest is still there. Why not just keep it as Twitter? Look, there are times where you probably should rebrand, right?
Yeah.
But like, Twitter's a household name at this point, you know?
Yeah.
It feels really weird to change it. It's like Facebook to Meta. Like, why?
To be cool.
I guess so. I mean, I don't have any problem with him as a person. I don't know him. You know, I just think this was a really dumb choice.
Yeah.
And to clarify, before anybody's like, you know, well, you just don't like the guy. I would honestly say this about anybody that constructed a giant X on top of their building without getting permits and blinded people and caused accidents.
Yeah. You're just being that's an egotistical ass move.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. I agree. Now I'm trying to give you like bad news, good news, bad, you know, like trying to sandwich it a little bit more, as we've said before. So let's get into the Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail stuff.
Okay.
So they announced a new expansion at FanFest called Dawntrail. And this is a really weird thing, but the last like set of expansions have all been leading up to a big moment that happened in Endwalker, right? That story that's been being told for 10 years is over. So they had a couple options on how they were going to move forward, and they decided this expansion is a vacation. You're still going to have adventures, you're still going to have stuff you got to deal with, but it's literally being billed as you're on a cruise, basically. You're going to the new world, an island. You're having a good time. The trailer music is like dun, 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 dun. Like, you know what? Yeah, I do kind of want to go on an island vacation for a minute. It's been real heavy for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this. Pirate clothes, because one of the new jobs is almost certainly Corsair. The Warrior of Light literally looks like Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean in the trailer. It's a really fun trailer, but they gave some specific details about like what you can expect. We're going to the new world, the new areas, of course, new allied tribes. They're changing the name Beast Tribe because it came from a place of ignorance in the game, like in the story of the game, where everybody was afraid of these beast men. And it is coming to Xbox. That's another thing we're going to get to. But they're not beast men anymore. They are full civilizations in the world. So Beast Tribe doesn't make sense to call them that because they're civilized people. They're just animal people. So they're calling them allied tribes now.
Yeah, I just keep calling me, Beast Tribe. Keep that in mind when you decide to cross me.
Right? Level cap increase to 100. 2 new jobs. I'm banking on Corsair Geomancer, you know? Yeah, I'm firmly of the opinion that this is the first time. We talked about it last week with like Sony doing some like starting on both. And now Square is bringing stuff to Xbox as well. It's like this is a good sign for the future that everybody might be able to play nice for a little bit. That would be great. Some new content that we don't yet know fully what it is, but like a new type of battle content as well as the old stuff. That would be nice. New dungeons, new threats, duty support update, new gear. The new content, by the way, is lifestyle content. I don't know what that means, but we'll see. And then some new raids and stuff like that, you know. But then it is also coming to Xbox Series X and S. It will be full crossplay eventually with Sony as well. It's going to start with crossplay to PC. And then crossplay servers will come up also for PlayStation. So, very cool. The free trial is being expanded all the way through Stormblood, which means if you're a free player, you can have the Red Mage and Samurai jobs as well without having to spend a dime. Then Final Fantasy XIV is crossing over with Fall Guys. And you may go, well, that's weird and dumb, but it's not going to be like there is going to be a Final Fantasy 14 costume in Fall Guys. That's not what this crossover is, though. There's going to be a Fall Guys themed jumping puzzle added to the Gold Saucer, which is weird. I don't know if I like it, but I will say it's better than what all the other Fall Guys crossovers have been that are just a costume. So the Gold Saucer is where you go to play minigames in FF14, and they have a couple jumping puzzles there and stuff like that. This will be an actual like Fall Guys style minigame in the game. And that's pretty much all we know right now. There'll be more stuff coming at the next 2 fan fests. The next fan fest is in I lose that image. I have an image that all of where they're going to be.
Is it Nightbot? Is it really?
There's ads starting soon. We'll see. The next one is in October, I believe, or maybe November. I had it here, but I've lost the image. But the one after that will be in January, and then Dawntrail will be in the summer.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the next news I have for you is bad news. But after that, we have some good news. So, I mean, you know, don't hate me. Let's talk about paywalling books. Now, we do have an ad going, so I'm going to take this chance to take another drink of my water, but
They are beans. No animal fat in the vegetarian ones.
yeah. Paywalling ads, that is ironic. If you ate the vegetarian ones last night, go for the spicy. Why not, right? So, this is a thing that's been going on for a while, and I didn't know about it. I don't think you knew about it. This is a thing that probably shouldn't be going on at all, but for a little while, some authors have been paywalling chapters to their books behind different outlets. So, for instance, you could get, there's a chapter 30 from this 50-chapter book, but you only get chapter 30 if you buy it at Walmart. Or if you get it at Target, then you get chapter 28, which otherwise is cut out of the book. That's bad enough as it is, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Dark, that was my reaction, and that was Rugger's reaction when I told him. But some people have been doing collections of books with bonus chapters. And those bonus chapters can be for any one of the books in the series, and some of them are like very important bonus chapters, you know, like a love confession between two characters that are just together in the chapter if you don't have that version. And it's sold over the course of 5 different outlets. And so to get the whole thing, you have to buy the book 5 times.
Yeah. That's a desperate way to pad numbers. I realize I love books. I have lots of books. Books are important to me. That's just horrid.
Yep.
So that I realize there's a slump. Not many people are into little squared things or rectangular things with words on pages you have to flip through. I understand that, but
yeah,
no, it's just horrid crap.
But one author, and this one I will name, this is the only one out of them I'm going to be naming, is Sarah J. Maas, is putting out books that some of them don't have their ending, the epilogue, unless you buy the collector's edition or the special edition. And she's the one that did the like collection of books where the different bonus chapters are spread out between all these different retailers. It just feels really predatory.
Yeah.
Like, not even selling the bonus chapters on your website for a couple dollars or something. Like, I wouldn't like that, but I could understand that. But no, if you want these, you have to go buy the book again.
Yeah. No. No,
So
I don't like that.
So
I don't
just
like that.
keep that in mind when you're looking at a book. Unfortunately, now you have to Google and see if the whole book is there.
No.
So let me give you the rundown here, just so people know that I'm not making this up. The U.S. exclusive editions of the book, the collection, The House of Flame and Shadow, has Barnes & Noble has the Bryson Hunt chapter, which is a chapter about those two characters. Books A Million has the Ember and Randall chapters. Indie bookstores, which are the bookstores that I'm assuming the author and her team decided were indie, get Bryce and Danica. Target is getting Run and Lydia, and Walmart's getting Bryce, Nesta, and Ezreal. But if you buy it in Canada at Indigo, you get a chapter between Ember and Randall. And if you get it in the UK at Waterstones, you get a chapter between Bryce and Hunt. So if you want the whole story, not only do you have to buy the book 5 times, you have to go to Canada and buy the book again, then you have to go to the UK and buy the book again to get all 7 bonus chapters.
Ridiculous. Ugh. This is not helping books' image.
Yep.
At all. I think books need a new PR company.
Yep. And there has been a weird level of support for this for a while. When I was doing the research for this, people have been okay with 1 or 2, right? That has turned.
Well, if it's like, okay, everywhere you buy the book, you get the full story going through. But Target does have, and it will let you know what's happened to this one character or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. You know, that's not bad, but it's like, no, we got to go here to get these, here to get this, here to get this, here to get that. I'm not cool with that.
Yeah. Or like, what about a different cover for a different outlet? You know?
Well, cover, yeah, that's a little bit different because you can't, you know, you don't do it. The covers are different because a lot of times that's nothing that, you know, the author can do about it.
Yeah.
The publisher got bought out.
Right.
They're, you know, hey, they're reprinting the book.
I'd much rather have this just be a different cover. Like,
yeah. If a different cover's fine.
The other thing that's happened. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Said you can't judge a book by that.
The other problem that's come of this is if you're not in the US, Canada, or the UK, you can't buy these books. Used to, you could, but because they have all these exclusivity agreements, you just can't. Unless you go there or order them over the website and pay whatever price difference your regional pricing is. Yeah, it's not good. And I wanted to highlight this because, you know, video games are a mistake. Because we don't really talk about problems in the book world very often. But apparently there are some.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw this out on a limb here. Maybe don't support that book.
Yeah. Well, you know how people get. You know, maybe it's not the first book in the series. They read the book, they love the character, they love the way it's playing out. You know, and now they're just in a jam.
Yep. Yeah, exclusivity is a problem. It has caused more problems.
Well, see, this is not an exclusivity problem, really, because it'd be
one thing if the book was only available at one store. Yeah.
No, right. But it's the way publishers are doing these. Mm-hmm. You know, these. I guess on these small things, for each individual one, the exclusive right they are. But all the it's greed.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, on that it's just greed.
100%. Also, I guarantee you, within a week of those books being out, somebody puts all those bonus chapters on the internet.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I was saying non-exclusive problem is because the publisher, like you got Penguin House, they don't have a deal with somebody. They're going to be exclusive wherever they may be sold.
Right.
On that. So, I mean, it's exclusivity has been there, but it's like it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now this is we still blame video games, right?
Yeah.
This is microtransactions, just not micro.
Yeah, in a weird way. Yeah.
Other chapters. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's bad. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. So double check your books now, and yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, it might have been a series I would really like, but now when I see the name Sarah J. Maas, this is all I can think about.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to the trouble, to find no.
So maybe this news will make you feel better. I sandwiched this so you'd have some good news. There was a game that came out called The Last Hope Dead Zone Survival.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna give you a little. Yeah, that's fair.
Those aren't classics. Love Stephen King. Those aren't classics.
The Epic of Gilgamesh. That's a classic.
No, it's just not what came to mind.
Let me give you a little bit of a pitch for this game, as it were. Right.
Okay.
So, The Last Hope Dead Zone Survival is a game about a man and a small girl. The man has a backpack that looks exactly like the backpack of Joel from The Last of Us. He has a haircut that looks very similar to the haircut of Joel from The Last of Us. The girl wears a red shirt that is literally the shirt from Last of Us and looks sort of like the girl from Last of Us, Ellie. The game is 100% a ripoff. Yeah, she is 100%, and it has been removed. And why this is good news is because it wasn't just removed from outlets that you would expect, but it is the first time that Nintendo has stepped in and removed a game on the eShop for the Switch that was obviously not good. Nintendo has finally started trying to take care of it.
Golly.
Now, granted, Sony had to start the process. Yeah, that's the other thing I should mention is they ripped off the characters and then made it worse. Sony started this process by launching a copyright claim on the game, and Nintendo was like, yeah, that's not, we don't want to get sued.
Yeah, no, they don't. Nintendo's in a really good spot as far as the whole gaming community goes. They do not want to tangle with Sony.
Yeah.
They don't want to get bogged down or anything with Sony.
Yeah. But Nintendo has been a little clever about it because they are now starting to take a look again. A couple other games have been removed. So they're like, hey, while we're doing this, let's just give it a little sweep. But if you try to search for The Last Hope on their website, you get an image of Peppy Hare from Star Fox asking you what's wrong. And if you try to pull it up on the Switch, it brings you to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So they're like, hey, we know people are probably going to try and buy this because of controversy. Let's just kick them over to this. But
excellent.
It just, it's good that these asset flips are finally getting taken care of on the Switch, because the Switch eShop is like rife with asset flip games.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Google store.
Yeah.
Was the worst places for that ever.
Yeah.
On that. And I'm pretty sure they probably still haven't cleaned that one up.
The Steam store was really bad for a lot of... There's still a lot of asset flips on there, but they've taken care of a lot of them. I want to leave you with this story, though, with these words from Digital Foundry that said, next time... There still are a lot, yeah, but they've taken care of some of them at least. He said, next time you find yourself looking at something like Redfall or Destruction All Stars and thinking, man, these are bad games, I want you to take a step back, take a deep breath, and remember the last hope, Dead Zone Survivor.
Nice.
So, finally for the news, I have a weird, fun little thing.
Okay.
Yoshi P of FF14 wants to add old FFs playable in 14.
Interesting.
He wants you to be able to go to a place in the Golden Saucer and be able to play Final Fantasy 1 through 6 in Final Fantasy 14. Especially if you didn't have to pay for them again, right?
Right.
Now, Square Enix said no at first.
I'm sure.
And made a little bit of a fuss about it. But Yoshi P has a lot of pull in that company. He basically runs some of their game branch right now. And he made the comment to them of how it would make the sub even more valuable to people.
Yeah.
If they could play these older games in there. And I think it would legitimately be really cool if that works. He's still fighting for it right now. He has said that, hey, the Pixel remasters just came out. All we need is some middleware to be able to run it, and it would work. And so we'll see if it ever goes anywhere. But it would be really cool if you could just play them, you know? In there.
All in one place.
Mm-hmm.
Your monthly sub allows you access to all of them.
Yeah.
It would just be that would be a cool it'd be a cool homage to where the series came from.
Yeah. I think so too. But we will see if that ever takes off. Square's response was basically if people had that, they wouldn't buy the Pixel remasters.
Don't play Final Fantasy 14, they'll play the Pixel remasters.
Right. Most people that play 14 probably will never buy those remasters anyway, right? But this might make it where they play the remasters in 14 and then go buy 7, 8, 9, 10, you know. So they're like, hey, I already played those, I might as well play the rest. But we shall see. I just think it's a really cool idea that, you know, maybe. Yeah, exactly. If you were jonesing to get Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, you already owned it.
Right.
So, that's all the news that I have for this week. So let's throw it over to Rundgren's Corner.
All right. We want to start this off with a happy birthday. And today we're saying happy birthday to Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his birthday, so happy birthday, Jason Momoa.
That's true.
I'm sure you're busy on something. Getting ready for your next film. What have you. And but so when you catch up, just know happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right.
Indeed.
I have to continue a story.
Okay.
Oh. Probably so. Hey, if I could make money doing that. All right, I for some reason I was at the very bottom of the page. If you remember, I told you about the menace of Otter 841.
Yes.
The ceiling surfboards. Well, apparently, they have been trying and failing to capture her. She is a felon. She has been, she's been looked for to try to find. She's been on the most wanted list. You can see they had signs. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that right there, Dark, and take that as a compliment. Yeah. But she's been deemed a public safety risk by the state and federal wildlife officials for her unusually aggressive behavior. Wildlife officials, the Monterey Bay Aquarium staff, they are attempting to capture and rehome her to an aquarium or zoo. but they cannot catch her. And some of it's been the weather. Other times, she just seems to be smarter than the people trying to catch her. But I want to point out that there is there's quite a few petitions online to just leave her alone. So quite a few surfboards. People have been seeing with surfboards around there, and T-shirts have been selling with a statement that says "Keep 841 free."
Nice.
We'll do that. The biggest petition is over 50,000 signatures, but there are some others. They need to consolidate them. Let's see if I can do this. Just a second. Let me get. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Come back. Come back, window. Okay. She's gotten quite popular.
Yeah.
Since she first showed up, and I've got a crossover that I really wanted to see. I just sent a pic to Trey.
Okay, nope.
Somebody's got, and it probably heard her. She gets close to people. She doesn't let people get close to her. Apparently the thing, but they've had some like really bad weather. And that's been holding up the efforts to capture. Look, I am just reveling in the fact that an otter is making our government look stupid. We can't seem to get her. No. But of course, the agencies that are charged with catching her maintain the stance that capturing and rehoming her is the best for the otter and humans alike. They're looking. It went from it could take, we should have her soon. Yeah, yes, she is. It went from yes, we could catch her, hours. Now it's like, well, it could take days. Now it's like, well, it could take weeks. Water clarity has a lot to do with whether we can catch her or not.
Yeah.
Right now, it just sounds like they're spitting excuses.
Dark, it was the 1-2 punch of the image that Rungren sent that I had on stream, and then the emu comment. It was the 1-2.
No, not both of them. No, they. So right now, Otter 84, as far as I know, latest news, Otter 841 is still at large. That she did get like driven away from the area, but then she came back last month. So, right now the Otter's winning.
Can't keep her down.
Yeah, Otter 1, U.S. government 0. Sorry on that. This I got to point out. Okay. So, so 841 was born in an aquarium 5 years ago. And she was raised by her mother and was minimally cared for by staff, disguised in black rubber suits and welding masks to hide their human appearance. Look, somebody jumps out at me wearing a black rubber suit and a welding mask.
Yeah.
I got questions.
Yeah, I agree.
We might be starting to fight. I may just run.
Yeah.
But she's doing good. I'm kind of hoping the petition goes through and they're like, you know what? We have to slow down the surfing here for a while.
Yeah. No, I agree. More power to you, 841.
Right. Keep 841 free.
Hashtag
841. Yeah, no, I think they want to try to sue her. They want to try to get her to the aquarium. closed it down. I forgot the name. The Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Yeah.
Where, and they don't forget the government has all kind of experts,
right,
helping track her down.
Monterey Bay Aquarium will take good care of her. They have a good otter exhibit there. There's a lot of like streams that get shown of the otters' birthdays and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure these surfers are gonna lose their chill, man. With they get too many boards get ate. I don't know. I think I feel better when they're at an aquarium than a zoo.
Yeah, that's fair.
But that's just me. Right? Yeah, they are. They can get pricey for sure.
All right.
Had for you. I figured we needed the update. I'm sure everybody has been just very concerned.
Yeah.
Very worried about Otter 841. I just can't have that on my conscience. So I have to give an update to let you know that she's still doing well.
Appreciate that. We'll throw it over to your assignment.
All right. What am I doing?
Held us somehow. See now where there we go. That looks right. So last week you played Eternal Threads again, not Eternal Ashes. Eternal Threads.
Right. Eternal Threads. Yes, we're very close. Very close to the game.
2 minutes on the clock. You know the rules, chat. What's that?
We're gonna save everybody. Said and done. We're gonna save everybody.
2 minutes on the clock. Don't say the name of the game. So let's vote.
Yeah, I got one person left to save in that. I really enjoy that game. I like the characters.
Yeah.
It's an interactive movie is what it is. It's
right.
It's not a game.
But as long as you're having fun with it, that's what matters.
Good. That's good. See, that does not give me a lot of faith in your voting, Dark. God, darn it.
I was going to say something, but I don't want to reveal too much.
Fine. That's fine. I just sit here and take it.
We'll just say a game has gotten another vote. Oh, but there's a vote for 2. Which will win, 2 or 3? Or 1 could come back with a surprise landslide. Who knows?
I don't. I don't even know what the heck they're voting on. But mean over the things.
While the vote's going on, just another great reminder that we really appreciate everybody that watches.
Absolutely.
Really means a lot to us. What are we at right now? We just hit 1352. So like 1,352 subscribers on YouTube. We have quite a few followers now, 126 followers on Twitch. Like, really appreciate it,
Yeah.
The Faith, trying to get her on. See what you did there. We have about 10 seconds left. Pretty clear which way this is going.
Okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and take number 1. There it goes. All right. The winner is Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Okay.
You're driving again.
All right, fine. Euro Truck.
So, not a lot of story in that game, but at least you get to drive.
I will deliver the goods. I will drive that truck. Look, I don't. That'll be fine. Truckers are a weird breed of people. I've met truckers from all over the world in warehouses. They're very interesting. The stories they get to tell sometimes. So I will be one.
Nice.
A couple of hours on Wednesday. I don't mind.
All right. Let's throw it over to the outro then. Got any plugs, sir?
No, I don't. Just people that watch. Love you. Appreciate you. You once in a universe beings. Probably multiple universes, actually. Big number. Anyway, you folks, I appreciate.
Yeah. I will give an ice update. pull it all the way up here. We have just a few pieces of ice left in there, but it did survive through the stream. All the ice did not melt over the course of the stream.
Fair enough.
Congratulations to the ice. You made it. Welcome to being the third member of our team now. You just have to make it till next week. And as long as you're still ice next week, you get to, we'll add you to the layout. Tomorrow, you'll be a trucker.
Yes.
Going across Europe.
Yes.
Thursday, we'll be talking about Madagascar mythology.
Yes.
And Friday, we're going to be trying to figure out who killed Sonic the Hedgehog with the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a visual novel where you get to play as a detective trying to figure out who killed Sonic. So that could be fun.
Pikachu.
And then Monday, we will continue trying to save Gullidir and gather the Rangers and have a good time there.
Excellent.
Next Tuesday, we'll have a regular podcast like we always do. So, anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know that I am.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, then, until next time, I've been Trey.
I have been Rungren.
And this has been the Full Spectrum Podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. Life. As